with Şengün's face on an attempted lay-in. Okay, getting chippy, Stephen A. We know the playoffs are right around the corner. Can Draymond be trusted?
I'm going to say yes, but with trepidation. I believe in the brother. He's a 4-time champion. But I also think it's important to look into the camera and to say this to Draymond. You've been on the record acknowledging you believe if you hadn't gotten ejected in Game 5 of the 2016 NBA Finals that the Warriors would have won the championship. Last year, due to the multiple suspensions and stuff, y'all missed the playoffs. You missed the playoffs. So those are two occasions where you're looking at the Golden State Warriors and their postseason aspirations were derailed because of you, Draymond Green. That can't happen again. And here's why it's a big reason, Shannon and Wendy, that it can't happen again. Draymond Green, if I had to obviously have a vote, if I had to vote today, Draymond Green is my defensive player of the year. Draymond Green is my defensive player of the year. He has been fabulous. And major props to him. Here's what makes it even better. Draymond gave the guarantee All-Star Weekend at All-Star Weekend in San Fran, and then has turned around and has backed up his bravado in helping spearhead the surge by the Golden State Warriors. He's got us looking at the Golden State Warriors and saying they can beat anybody. It's not just because of Steph. It's not just because of Jimmy. It's because of Draymond too, which means that if you derail yourself, if you compromise your own position, you compromise the Golden State Warriors. Somehow, some way, somebody got to remind him of that going into these playoffs. It's on you too, bro, because he's my defensive player of the year. I'm telling you right now, he's been that sensational. But if he gets himself ejected from games in the playoffs, it's going to cost him.
He's not their best player, but he might be their most important player because of what is asked of him. He initiates their offense. He can guard 1 through 5. He's the enforcer. He ones that sets the tempo. He sets the tone, the pulse of what this team is going to be. And so I don't know why he would risk himself or putting himself in harm's way because they cannot win without Draymond Green.
That's right.
He's never been the best player, but he's always probably been one of the key or the most important player because of what is asked him to do. He's constantly talking, letting everybody know, hey, it's right, it's left. Hey, I got this. Hey, he does everything. He and Steph have that type of relationship like a quarterback and a running back. Because he gets the rebound, you better be prepared for that dribble handoff or that dribble. Hey, he gonna pass it behind his back, or he'll fake it like he's gonna hand the ball up to Steph and he'll go lay it up himself. Draymond, don't put yourself in harm's way, bro. You got an opportunity to do something special here. You get an opportunity to potentially play for your 5th title. Don't mess this up. You don't need to prove anything. Everybody knows you're tough. Just go play basketball and put your team in the best situation where they can win a series.
Here's what the Warriors know. They know, and they've long since made peace with it, that they can always trust Draymond Green to be Draymond Green. And what that means is he will be incredibly intense on defense. He will show incredible versatility. He will make game-changing plays. And he will push the envelope too far and lose his cool. This will happen. It has been happening for a decade. They just can't always predict when it'll happen. It seems to happen more when he's going up against European players. There's no doubt. It's a long history now, from Rudy Gobert to Yusuf Nurkic to Domantas Sabonis, and now you can put Alperen Şengün. There's something that goes into him where he thinks that he can intimidate these European players. We've seen it repeatedly. You can almost guarantee it. And, he may have been working here on a reality that this could be a multi-game thing, that they could face the Rockets a bunch more times. The truth is, a different player gets ejected from this game yesterday. And Draymond does this all the time. He, because of his history, gets called for more technicals than he should and gets away with more than he should because he knows once the officials call one tech on him, or when he has 5 fouls like he did in the 3rd quarter yesterday, that he can get away with it. But that edge that he plays on, which has lifted the Warriors up, and they knew everything that was going on, and they still gave him that $100 million contract 2 years ago.
Okay.
But they're going to gamble. They're going to gamble that the winning Draymond Green happens more than what happened yesterday.
Well, let me say this to you. First of all, he's worth every penny. He's worth every penny they're paying him. They ain't giving him $300 million. He's worth more than the money he's getting. Let me be very, very clear about that. That's number one. But number two, at some point in time, it's about Draymond looking. We all know how much he loves Steph Curry.
Oh, for sure.
What Steph Curry means to him. It's about making sure you out there for him. And by the way, he got mad love for Jimmy Butler and what Jimmy Butler has brought to the table. It's about being out there for him. Because when you make the kind of guarantee that you've made, at some point in time, Draymond is smart enough to know, yo, I can't afford to do this. I can't put myself in harm's way. Because we have not one, but two instances where we could legitimately argue that Draymond cost him not one title, but possibly two. We have to look at that. When you look at Dallas last year, if Draymond is available throughout that season, all right, and he doesn't get suspended and stuff like that, who knows where Golden State would have been? Look at how they've been looking since they've acquired Jimmy Butler. Look at Baczynski and how he's elevated his level of play, how he's come along. Look at Kuminga and Moody and the rest of these brothers. They got pieces now. They can make some noise, but they cannot do it without Draymond. So the question is, if you Draymond, at some point in time, you got to ask yourself, yo, I got to do something that I really haven't done. I got to reel it in. I got to dial it back just to make sure I'm on the court and available. It comes down to that. Otherwise, it's going to cost Golden State another shot at the title.
We'll help him. We'll help him figure it out. We'll bounce him in the first round. Then you don't have to worry about it no more.
Really? You think so?
Lakers in
Think
5.
so?
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah,
We see, you figure, okay, this is where they're going to get serious. LeBron's Lakers, SGA. I call him MVP. But this one was about Luka. We're waiting to see playoff Luka. A little taste of that showed up yesterday. The Lakers could not miss from 3. If you watch this game, they were dominant immediately. That was Luka. This was Austin Reeves. And LeBron will get into the act. The Lakers, this is the 10th made three-pointer they would have in the first half. Give them a 20-point lead. The lead is still 20. It's Luka. How does he see this? You talk about eyes in the back of your head. How does Luka see that to Gabe Vincent? Their 13th made 3 of the half. Lakers by 22. We're still in the second quarter. It's Luka again. Lakers made 15 threes in the first half, tied for the most in Laker history. 22-point deficit, the largest OKC had seen all year long. Then here's more from Luka. How does that go in? Lakers up 26 after the three-point play with the free throw. LeBron then turning defense into offense, throwing this one down. LeBron had 19. Luka had 30. Lakers. Statement Sunday, statement win, 126-99. So after the loss against the Warriors on Thursday night, they go out, they beat New Orleans, and now first of back-to-back games they will play against OKC, they deliver this statement. Jay, Will, and Windy are up with us early this morning. Windman, what are the right things to say about that performance from the Lakers yesterday?
It was an absolute perfect day for the Lakers. Everything went as great as it possibly could, not just on the court, but elsewhere in the NBA. One of the things that has been happening for the Lakers, Luka has not had that step back working. The Thunder put their big men on him. He stepped back, started hitting threes over the top of them. It was a historically great three-point shooting day for the Lakers. That delivered that victory. They also did a great job holding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. No free throws. This is a guy that has led the NBA in free throws this year and last year. They kept him off the line. Perfect. But then it was what happened elsewhere. Unexpected, the Rockets, who had a huge weekend, go into Golden State and win. The Pacers go into Denver and win. What that means is that the Lakers have a 2-game lead in the loss column between 3rd and 4th, and they've got tiebreakers against everybody. They are now in brilliant position, about a 75% chance, according to BPI, to get the 3 seed. They need 2 more wins this week to lock it down. Getting the 3 seed is where you want to be in the West. The Lakers moved, plus what else happened in the NBA today, paved the way for them to get that desired number 3 seed.
And then if I could put up A57 to make the point here for Jay Will, Shannon Sharpe, as you might imagine, was excited to watch the Lakers win yesterday. Again, if you could throw that up there, he tweeted, Lou Dort, Airport, Seaport, Taylorport, Lakers in 5. Jay Will, what is the right reaction to that performance from the Lakers yesterday?
I mean, look, Grinny, on Friday, I was on our show, and I said, if you're going to be somewhat marginal defensively, you have to be prolific offensively for Luka and the Lakers have a legitimate shot to win. That's what Luka was in this game against OKC. He had 22 points in the first half, and this team shot 63% from the field, 55% from the three-point line for the game. All right, these are staggering numbers. They're going to smack any team when they play that way. But look, I highly doubt the Lakers are going to shoot 63% from the field in every playoff game. So let's wait until we get there to actually see the real battle.
Yes, I would say if they shoot that percentage, they're going to have a very long playoff run. That said, it was an impressive performance. We're into the final week of the season. Windy showed you the log jam. Okay, we're just getting started here.
Chào tất cả mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn các bạn ôn tập. Hôm nay của mình sẽ có tiêu đề là nơi